Tyler Dial in the Chase studio. We were actually talking about doing some TikToks earlier.
We were.
I think we should do a TikTok on this episode. On the have you seen the what's the trend going around with the George Strait song? Have you seen this?
Carry in Your Love With Me.
What is this? This is like,
dude, I was at a party the other night and someone was like, "Have you seen this TikTok trend?" And they're like, "This song's so good," and they didn't know it was a George Strait song.
Really? They just thought it was a song that was
crazy.
That was blowing up. Does the King get any credit these days? My God, it's kids these days. They're not giving any credit to the King.
I've lately been kicking around this idea of doing like a Hot Country Nights Tyler version of Silk Sonic meets George Strait, where it's
Cool
like
Country Days.
Silk, and it's like the Foo Fighters did a cover of a Bee Gees album, and I want to do disco country, and I like just covers of old country songs in like disco form. Call it Disco Straight.
Oh, I love that.
I don't know. It's so stupid.
No, I think that's a great idea. You gotta do that. And would Carrying Your Love With Me be on that?
I was thinking, something like A Foolhardy Memory, or like his first single, Unwound. That'd be a good one.
How's that one go? That's that girl's wrapped around my finger, she's come unwound. Do 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 do.
That's it.
Do 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 do.
Who knew a New Yorker knew George Strait?
I'm deep on George Strait. You know what my favorite George Strait song is? Might be "Let Me Be Your Mailman and I'll always come through. Rain or shine, I'll deliver like a Pony Express in the wild, wild west." You know what I'm talking about?
If you want to give up your road gig with Temecula Road and come out
hit the road with Tyler Dial, hey, tell me when you're hitting the road, because I'm gonna come. But I think we need to do the TikTok thing at the end. But I don't really get what the trend is. Do you understand?
I don't even know it, dude. I'm just trying to keep up with this TikTok hamster wheel, and it's hard enough already. So
hang on, I want to phone. We need to figure out what this trend is.
Let's do it.
I think we need to do it. Hang on.
Who are we calling?
Well, this is Blair Miller. Blair does all my social. Let's see if she even picks up. Hey, Blair. Blair, I'm in the studio on the podcast with Tyler. You're actually on the podcast, and we want to do this George Strait trend, but we don't really understand what we're supposed to do.
Okay. So basically it's just a trend where people are showing how they're carrying your love with them. So, like, they're doing it with, like, hair. Like, a boyfriend would be, like, showing, like, finding blonde hair on him, and then it would switch to the blonde girlfriend. Or, like, with pets, like, if it has, like, the pet shedding, then it switches to, like, a cute video of their dog. So, like, you and Tyler could do something along those lines.
Maybe I could wear your iconic glasses.
If Tyler wears my glasses, can we? Will that work?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Okay. At the end of this, we're gonna get through this, and then at the end of this, we're gonna film it. And then, if you're listening to this, you can go to our TikToks. By the time this comes out, we're gonna have the clip. So check the clip out on our TikToks. Does that work? So we're basically, Tyler's gonna wear my glasses, and we're just gonna have the song "Carrying Your Love With Me," and I'm gonna be like next to him, shoulder to shoulder.
So the first time start out with just him, and then switch to, like, the two of you with him wearing your glasses.
I think we can figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
This is what every management label call about TikTok sounds like. Where I'm
is
asking questions like, was this how this works?
Is this I don't even know how you put a sound in, but we're gonna figure it out. So this is the "Carrying Your Love With Me" trend. Blair, thank you for calling into the podcast.
Thank you, Blair.
You're going viral.
We're not gonna let you down. Okay. So that's gonna be big. I think at the end of this, we're gonna figure it out, and we'll put a link to it. But man, Tyler Dial, we've got a lot to talk about.
Dude, this
today.
is so cool. I'm a day one listener of this podcast, and I've pretty much listened to every episode, and so it's an honor to be here. Congrats on the 100 episodes, on having Bobby on. That's too cool.
I feel like this is a long time coming. I feel like every time I drop an episode, the first person to text me, "Hey, great episode. Hey, that episode was not so great," is Tyler. He's always.
I don't think I've ever said that.
He really is a day one listener, and this is a long time coming. And I've wanted to do this for a minute, so I'm pumped to have you on the show. You've got a new record out that you put out a month ago, or how long has the record been out?
It's been out
now?
for a month, and I have to keep reminding myself that so many people haven't heard these songs that I have to keep promoting them. A lot of these songs I've been sitting on for 3 or 4 years, so it's been fun getting them out, and Yeah, dude, it's a dream come true with the team I'm with, and everyone that's been supporting me these last few years. It's I've been wanting to move to Nashville for a long time and chase this dream. So here I am.
So there's a song on this record, "Damn Denver."
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, the record's called "Way Back When." Everybody needs to go and stream it and check it out. Great artwork too. Is it Alex Berger who does the artwork?
I have a creative team. Cece Dawson is a badass creator in town. She's my creative director, and Alex took the pictures. She designed them. She's so good. She works with Lainey Wilson and a lot of other cool, talented people.
So this record's really great, but there's a song on the record, "Damn Denver."
Yep.
I remember when you sent me this song years ago. This song was literally sent to me probably
3 or 4 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago. You said, actually, I don't think you sent it to me. I think Harrison Sokoloff said, "Have you heard this Tyler Dyler song?" Did I say her name correctly? "Damn Denver," and he sent me it. And I said, "Holy shit." This song, from the title, I was like, I freaking love this song. But how many versions did you go through of that song?
Yeah,
dude. I heard an early version.
You heard the first one.
How many versions were there?
So I had some producers I was working with when I first moved to town, and I started working with them in college before I had all this experience singing demos and writing songs in Nashville. I've been here for 4 years now and have been chasing it. And with those producers, it just wasn't, they wanted to take the song from the demo form and, put their stamp on it and change it. And I just loved the demo. And so when we produced that version out, it just didn't have the same magic. And whether it be demo-itis or what, but I ended up working with Andy Skibb, who I wrote it with, and had him produce it out. And we've been working together ever since. So
wait, so how different is the version that's on the record from the demo?
We actually kept a lot of the same guitars and the vocal from that day. I've come a long way in the last 4 years as a singer, but I don't know. I think a lot of times there's just something magic of like your first instinct or what you put down that day in the writing session, and so that's what we kept. We kept a few guitars and a vocal.
Was it like a feeling? Because I remember that the demo, which I'd be curious to listen to the demo again. I think the version on the record has this feeling to it, but the demo had such a feeling that was part of the song. And
it's a little more melodramatic, I think, and the current version has like a new bass line that kind of gives it a lift and makes it a little more feel good. And I wanted it to have a little bit of hope because it's like a sad song, but it still has, you're happy for the girl and that kind of thing. And I always try and...
Are you? You're happy for the girl and who broke your heart?
Well,
by the way, this isn't even a real girl, right? This is
no,
loosely
based.
I thought this was loosely happened. This story.
I took some creative license with this story. I wasn't necessarily heartbroken, but I was seeing a girl who decided to move to Denver and called me one night, and wasn't like I didn't know if I saw a future, so was trying to get out of it, and I was high-fiving my roommates when she called because I was off the hook.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but then what? How do you come up with the title?
Well, so
Damn Denver?
that next week I was writing with.
So, by the way, I actually think that would have been a great song too if you had written "Damn Denver" almost from a sarcastic tone, like "Oh, damn Denver," but secretly you're high-fiving your friends. I think that would have been a good twist to "Damn Denver."
It might have been part 2 or
part
something.
2.
I don't know, but that week I just had that idea in my phone and pitched it in a writing session, and it was actually the first time I wrote with Andy Skibb and Melissa Fuller, who both have like half of the songs on my album I've been working on. So that was the first song that I wrote for this record, and it kind of kicked it off.
And so you bring in the title "Damn Denver," which is just an A+ title.
I didn't think it was that good.
Really?
I had
instantly.
I had another title. I remember it was like, we should write this song like this is a tequila town or something, and we had tequila. I know.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Damn. But why do you end up writing "Damn Denver"? Like, does Andy go, "Wait a second, that's good. That's a good
it was
title."
Melissa, I think.
Melissa says, "Wait a second."
Yeah, and the first thing Andy does is he plays this guitar riff that ends up being the opening delayed out guitar riff on the record.
The sort of
cool.
like down, down.
That's how it goes.
Down, down.
Dude.
Andy just played that on the guitar. He said, "What if Damn Denver sounds something like this?"
Yeah. And I mean, that was probably 3 or 4 years ago, and so I've come a long way knowing, who I am and what I want to say and what I want my records to sound like. And so these days I'm bringing in tracks and I'm bringing in more fully fleshed out song ideas and stuff.
How much pressure is it to how many times a week do you write? Do you write every day?
Not enough. But there's still pressure to bring in great song ideas. I mean, as the artist, I think that is my responsibility. So I put in a lot of work outside of the writing room to, come up with ideas and brainstorm.
So like your girlfriend breaks your heart, damn Denver, you put that in a note. Mm-hmm. Like you're just getting song ideas. And then didn't you go into a write with David Hodges and you wrote Left to Center, right?
We wrote a song called Running Downhill.
Or Running Downhill. And you had nothing going into this write, right?
Dude, you're so good.
And wasn't this this was a big write because you had looked up to Hodges, right?
Yeah, when I first moved to town, we went to the listening room, as one does when they first moved to Nashville. I went there with my mom, and David Hodges, was playing around with Laura Veltz and a few other big writers in town, and it was really intimidating. This is a dude who, was a founding member of Evanescence and has some big, Maren Morris, Kelly Clarkson cuts and stuff, and he played those that night, and we thought it was so cool. And I ended up getting a session with him a few years later, and didn't have any ideas, and it was my birthday the day before the write, and I just got the Matthew McConaughey Greenlights book, and I was flipping through it, and I was like, please, like, said a prayer to the McConaughey gods, and they delivered, dude.
Were you flipping through the book being like, I need a song idea, I'm going into a big write tomorrow, maybe the book is going to kind of inspire me?
I think a lot of times when I'll look to books for inspiration, I think just looking at words and hearing people tell stories kind of inspires me. And I was, on the second chapter, and one of the chapters was called The Art of Running Downhill. And I just thought it was such a good title. I've never heard anyone sing about running downhill. And, I am a runner, which is ironically, I have a long-term running injury from running the hills in Nashville.
You were training for like a marathon, right?
Yeah, I messed it up.
Did you ever run the marathon?
I never did.
Oh, loser.
I got 18 miles in, and then I
really
fucked my knee up. Yeah.
In the marathon?
No,
training.
Yeah, I overtrained.
Would you do it again, or screw it? You're like, who needs it?
I think I need knee surgery, and then.
Do you really need knee surgery?
I have early onset arthritis.
And what do you do? And like, what do they do? Who knows?
I gotta get my cartilage fixed.
Ugh,
it's so stupid. I might need a knee replacement in 10 years. Is what they said.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I have this feeling I know I'm gonna need a knee replacement. I have horrible knees.
Do you?
Yeah, I know I'm probably 40. I'm gonna get my knees replaced. I just know it.
I think it's actually more common than we think.
I think it's stigmatized, and I think that we need to destigmatize the knee replacement. But hold on. So you're in this write with Hodges, and you have nothing. So the night before, you're reading Greenlight, and what does he say about running downhill?
Well, I think he was talking about gosh, I don't even remember what his story was, but I saw it being more of like a party song. Like it's hard to stop once you get going. And yeah, I mean, we ran with it that day, and the funniest part about this whole story is my parents always said they'd kill me if I got a tattoo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they were actually doing a writer's retreat that whole week. So all
Your parents were?
No, David Hodges.
Oh, David Hodges.
So all of his writers were in town from LA and from all over the country, and they were going to get publisher tattoos that night, the whole crew.
Did Shelby get a tattoo?
Yeah.
What'd she get?
I don't remember.
So you weren't getting matching tattoos, but everybody just got something.
They booked a tattoo artist for like
to come over
6 to 8 hours.
Because Hodges is tatted up like crazy. He's got tattoos everywhere.
Oh yeah, but the whole publishing house was just walked across the street to this tattoo place, and I don't know if I just really wanted a pub deal, or if
you didn't want to be you don't want to be like the loser who didn't get the tattoo.
Well, I was really stoked on the song we wrote. And the hook of the song is "Better Hold On to Your Hat When You're Running Downhill." And so I said, fuck it, and got a cowboy hat on my upper thigh for forever. Now I want another one.
Really?
I think I'm going to get one when the album comes out.
What's it gonna be?
Well, I don't know if I should unveil this information about it. I don't really care.
It's just you and I here.
Yeah. So I think the album is going to be called Electric West, and I want to get a lightning bolt and a cactus on my body.
What about the lightning bolt and the cactus, right?
Harry
Potter style. And what if you do the cactus Harry Potter style?
That's not a bad idea.
Stylized as a lightning bolt. So wait, The song that I really love on this record is Left of Center.
Thanks, bro.
I really love this song.
Thank you.
And the reason I really love it is, first of all, I think the verses are great, and I think that the hook, the first time I heard it, was not what I thought. I had no idea what the hook was going to be. But what a great hook. The hook is, I'm left of center, but that's where the heart is, which I don't know how you come up with that. I think that's really clever.
I got to be honest, that was all Adam James, one of the most talented people in this town I've met. He's the most clever, funniest dude. He I remember it like it was yesterday. We were like halfway through writing a song, and it was like 1:00, and I was just like, guys, I just don't know if I'm feeling this vibe, and let's like take a few minutes and see if there's like something else out there that we could do. And he was like, I don't know, man, this is like probably weird and stupid, but I was at the BMI Awards, and someone was giving a speech about how it's cool to put out music that's left to center, and put out music that speaks from your heart. And I just kind of had this like, what if it was like left to center is kind of where the heart is on your body. And we kind of talked about it and came up with a hook together, and we were off to the races. It was such a memorable day. And dude, like when you first moved to Nashville, it's so easy to write heartbreak songs and songs about beer and trucks and love songs and partying, and it's really hard to write a song that kind of sums up who you are in 3 minutes. And that was the first time I was able to do that with the help of some friends, and I'm really proud of that one.
That is cool, right? But I think that hook is so clever. Yeah. And were you looking at the Brothers Osborne song at all? What was their most recent single that now I'm blanking on the title?
I'm Not For Everyone.
I'm Not For Everyone, because there's a line about...
That's such a good song.
...about jokes in there that I feel like maybe was inspired. What's the line about jokes in this song is...
tell jokes with off-colored puns.
With off-color puns, and then that song has a line about... the chorus seems like there was a line that was inspired by that,
well,
right? Were you thinking about that song?
I think we wrote that before they put that song out.
So maybe they inspired...
Maybe somehow my demo got through the grapevine.
The song was inspired by your demo.
Nah, dude, the brothers, as you know, the Brothers Osborne are my all-time favorites in country music. I think they're just the best. They make great art, they have something to say, and they put on a killer show.
They really do. They do put on a great show. Okay, so the record's out right now. Yep. I guess, is part 2 coming in next year, or what else is coming?
Yeah,
it's gonna round it out.
We're gonna keep promoting these songs, and keep doing other random stuff that we have planned. We got a lot of cool stuff planned, kind of acoustic songs and all those things, and kind of start teasing stuff for next year.
So because now you've got like a big team, right? Is that why you waited so long to put Damn Denver out? Because you sat on that song for how many years? 3 years?
Yeah, 3 or 4 years. We were close to putting it out right after I released a single called About Last Night. But I don't know, man. It's one of those things where if a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, does it make a sound kind of thing? I wanted to I knew how special that song was. I just wanted to put a great team together before putting it out and give it the best chance of success. And I leveraged that song and a few other songs to help me get the management deal I got with Make Wake, and everything kind of snowballed after that. But before the pandemic hit, I spent all my savings on recording 5 or 6 songs. And Damn Denver, Way Back When, were some of those, and then a few that didn't end up making the record. But yeah, those helped a lot behind the scenes, It was great.
So how do you put the team together? Because you've got like one of the biggest managers in town behind you, who's got your back, who's calling some shots, definitely pulling some other team members to the table in a great way, because I feel like everyone believes in Tyler Dial. They believe in the vision and the project.
Such a blessing. It's been so cool. I met this girl, Alicia Matthews, at South by Southwest in college, because I was living down there in Austin, and we just kind of stayed in touch, and she lives in Nashville, and you're really good at staying in touch with people and networking, and just kind of got coffee with her every couple months, and she came out to a few showcases we did and was always a big fan, and I went and got these songs recorded and had a meeting with her and played them for her, and she's like, I love these. I want to play them for Cappy. And so he was like, I love them too. Let's do it. And man, that changed my life, dude. It's been such a blast having that team on board, and now thanks to them, I'm doing music full time, and I'm trying to keep it that way.
Is it kind of weird how like sometimes I feel like in the music business, like you can have these meetings that drag on and on and on. And you feel like people are interested, and they drag on and on and on.
Then you leave,
and then at the end, but it's not even like you'll have like a series of meetings, and then at the end they'll be like, pass. But like when it's right,
they don't even say pass. They say, yeah, we'll be in touch.
We'll
Keep
be in
doing your
touch,
thing.
and then they ghost you, right? But when it's right, like it just happens fast, right? Is that kind of how you felt? Like, oh my God,
yeah,
like.
Dude. One day I'm meeting, and then the pandemic happens, and I'm working on a pontoon boat, and all of a sudden, Cappy's managing me, and he's pulling in all these incredible partners, William Morris and Top 5, my publishing company, and Virgin Music. It's just been like the dream team, and yeah, dude, it's been a blast. We're finally getting music out again, which has been really fun.
Is that because I feel like Virgin's making big plays in the country space?
They're killing it, man.
They're
they have
killing it,
Lauren
right?
Weintraub, Jillian, Jacqueline, like. Two of my favorites, dude.
And Jacqueline Saturn, who runs Virgin in America, she's just the greatest.
She's a
the
real
best.
badass, dude.
A badass.
Her Instagram, really do see how badass she is.
Oh my God,
working out at 6 a.m.,
she
going to
works out
shows
like
till
crazy.
midnight.
She hangs out with the coolest rappers. Like she's the best. She's the coolest.
It's pretty sweet. She's been so supportive, and the whole team over there is really incredible. And I'm really like they give me. A lot of autonomy, and I, can kind of do things the way that I want and the things that I'm comfortable with, and they're just been so supportive.
So you sign with Cappy and Make Wake and Alicia, and is Cappy is he like, hey, first things first, we need to build out the team, and does he start pulling in the team members? Is that kind of phase one? Like, how does it work?
Yeah, it took a while for us to get the whole team together. We had the music ready, but it just took a minute to get everyone in place. And I think you have to. There's just a few different strategies. I think for artists in town, it's like just put a single out every month until one blows up and it works. Or you can maybe try it like me, maybe try and be protective with it and use it to open doors behind the scenes and then get it out. I don't know which way's better, but. Yeah, it's been great, dude. It's we had a lot of time to shoot content for the album, so we went down to Arizona, where I'm from, and people keep asking me if I moved out of Nashville because all of my videos are in Arizona.
What was that house in the video for Left of Center? Wasn't it? Weren't you on a house? You were on the roof of a house.
My buddy's roof.
That was your buddy's roof? I didn't know if that was like your childhood house roof or something.
No,
it's all showbiz.
Yeah,
it's all
showbiz,
smoke and mirrors.
Dude. Well, I knew he had a good
see.
Suburban workaholics type roof.
That would be flat or flat enough that you could.
There's no shingles.
There's no shingles on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, so you're spending all this time in Arizona because you really do have a brand. It feels like, what is the brand? What's the brand?
Electric West, man.
It's Electric West, baby, and it's like wind blowing in your hair, top down of a convertible, like the open road, like that's what I picture.
I'm super inspired by the Eagles and their music and vintage, kind of southwestern country rock and roll, and so that's kind of what I've been chasing with my content, and I think I could do a better job, and we keep refining it and optimizing. And right now we're kind of like, all right, well, we did a whole EP rollout. We know what worked and what didn't work, and I'm excited. Now we're digging into content for the rest of the album. So I'm just trying to figure out how we can step up our game in that sense. And not saying that the stuff we put out did bad. Way Back When's got like 250,000 views on the YouTube, and it's weird trying to figure out content for the long form YouTube, real music video game, and then there's the TikTok 6-second short form content. That's something that I'm still trying to figure out, but I really love. I think Tyler the Creator said it in an episode that he's trying to build worlds with his music, and every album he wants to be a different landscape visually and sonically, and I think that's just so cool, and so that's what I'm trying to do.
I feel like you're kind of making that happen. Is the next version, or is the next, how many songs? 6 songs, or how many songs are coming out on the next record?
14 songs.
14. So so the next handful of songs.
8 more songs.
8 more songs. Are you gonna do a different brand, or are you gonna just expand this world?
No, we're gonna
record?
keep like we're just gonna keep refining it. So I think And I think, I don't know, we can go on and on about branding and stuff, but I don't think people want to hear that. I think they just want to see it, in action. So, yeah, I have a lot of cool ideas for the next couple videos that are going to be very electric and very West.
This is Electric West.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the deal with you and soccer? Because you freaking love soccer. And don't you
know.
wake up at like 6 a.m. to watch soccer?
I was actually going
season
back
happening?
through some videos today for
Yeah?
TikTok, and I came upon the Champions League day we had together.
We had a great soccer day.
Yeah, Chelsea won the Champions League. It was like
You're a Chelsea fan, right?
huge Chelsea fan.
How'd
I'll
you-
wake up at 6 a.m. and watch Chelsea
Fucking
games on
loser.
Saturdays.
How'd you become a Chelsea fan?
Well, all my cousins support Chelsea, and we all grew up playing soccer, and they live out in California, and we have like 5 of us in a group chat. So, I don't know. I to be completely honest with you, I didn't love watching football. I didn't love watching basketball or baseball. Soccer is the sport I loved, and just wanted to keep up with a team. So, it was an easy pick because all my family members supported Chelsea, and now we have an American on the team, so it's fun to support, and just kind of obsessed with it. It's really, I mean, I had a few offers to play in college and still love the game, and with all my knee problems and stuff, can't really play it as much anymore. So it's really the only way I can keep up with it and still kind of have that passion for it.
Is it just the fastness of the game? I look at soccer.
You don't get it?
I don't get it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So when you said how much you loved the day we spent together at the
No,
Champions
it was
League final,
lies.
you hated it.
It was all lies. The best part of that day was when the pizza came, which we waited forever for.
I mean, there was like hundreds of people there.
I know, but I'm just saying the best part was when they brought the pizza. Otherwise, I was like, I don't know what I'm watching. I was talking to Megan. I was like,
I was a little drunk.
I don't know what's happening here with the soccer game.
I had a good time that day.
Yeah, because your team won, and it was
It's
all
the
about
Super
you.
Bowl.
It
It's
was-
like winning the Super Bowl.
I guess I don't know. I'm a little more USA
get it.
centric.
I
I'm
get it.
like whatever. I don't know what's happening.
Well, we got an American player on the team now, so you have a reason.
Well, who's the American?
Christian Pulisic.
Is he good?
He's great.
Is it really?
I mean, he had rocky season last year, but I think he can make it happen this year. I hope
gonna
so.
make it happen.
He's the captain of the national team.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
He's
big.
our best player.
It's really big. All right, I'm into it.
Yeah.
So so new music coming out. Any tour dates coming up?
We're playing a FSU block party in September.
Really?
That'll be great. Yeah, I've got a few charity gigs coming up.
Am I gonna play guitar for these? Who's
do
playing
you
guitar?
want-
Who's
you
playing
want to
guitar?
learn a 90-minute set?
How many covers? How many originals?
I'm trying to do half and half.
Half and
for
half?
a 90-minute set.
What's the best cover? What's the best song to play live in a show? Like cover song. What's the best cover song?
Well, I think it's a question of what cover song do I enjoy playing and what cover song do people want to hear.
Yeah, give me both. What cover song for you? It's gonna be like When You Were Young, or like The Killers, or Sex on Fire, or something.
I love doing like Queen of California by John Mayer, or
Mhm.
If It Takes a Lifetime by Jason Isbell.
I love that song actually.
People-
That's kind of like a deep cut Isbell song.
It is a
isn't
deep cut.
Do, 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 do,
Well,
do,
it might be his
do.
second most played song, but
Is it?
it's like I feel like Isbell's a deep cut for anybody because he's not the most famous.
Nobody
you
knows
know.
who he is. What's
Only people,
is that really the second
I don't
most
know.
played Isbell
Americana fans. But in terms of the songs that people love, and I feel like when you play a cover, you got to play a song that people know, or you might as well just play an original. So I think like a Mr. Brightside or
Oh my
that
god,
kind of stuff.
that always gets a giant reaction. I was
Yeah.
just at a show where a band played Mr. Brightside, and it blew up. It was insane.
I had to, we played a lot of covers in college. We played Home Tailgates and 6th Street every other weekend, and stuff that worked really well was like Sweet Caroline and Wagon Wheel, Friends in Low Places. But some of those I can't play anymore just because it's not fun.
Can't do it.
Low
Wait.
hanging fruit.
So Tailgate's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You're really great live. If you get the
Thanks,
chance to see Tyler live, you gotta go see him live. 'Cause
One thing
he's-
I wanted to tell the fans of this podcast
Yeah.
is that you once booked a tour for me.
we did a full tour. How many? I think we did
3
it was,
days.
It was 3 days.
Yeah. Or
No,
3
I think
dates.
we had more than 3 dates. Didn't we have 5 or 4?
It was San Antonio, Austin, and Dallas.
So it might have been 3. And I got in the van with you guys, and we drove to Austin,
Yeah.
and we played. And the crazy thing is, we're in the middle of Austin in 6th Street, and we're in this place. Where did we play? San Jack Saloon,
San Jack's-
right?
Dude, what a memory.
San Jack Saloon. We're in San Jack Saloon, and this place is empty. And Tyler goes on, and right before Tyler goes on, this place packs out.
Yeah.
Like everybody comes in to see Tyler play, and It was insane. The band was so good. He had so much energy. The thing about Tyler that's so great on stage is he's very confident. He's very laid back, and he makes you feel very secure as you're watching him play. Like sometimes you're seeing people playing, you're like, is this gonna work out? Like, is this gonna happen? But Tyler's just like confident, cool as a cucumber, and I feel like everyone was here. So then you play this song. What was the song that you played? That like was like your big
at that time. The new single About Last Night.
No. There was another song.
Damn Good Time.
Damn Good Time. You played this song, Damn Good Time. What's the deal here? Because this was like your big hit. Like everybody in Austin, Texas, I feel like knew this song, right?
I wrote that song in senior year of high school, and we went and recorded it freshman year during winter break, and I became kind of like a meme. You know, everyone kind of came to know me as the Damn Good Time song dude. It went viral on SoundCloud freshman year of college. We got it on the highway, and we would just play it at every tailgate. We'd probably play it 2 or 3 times because people would chant for it again, just our drunk friends and stuff. And that opened a lot of doors for me in Austin to start building a fan base and start touring and playing shows and stuff. So, song did a lot for me.
That's a fun song.
Thanks,
so
dude.
What was the grind coming up? Because you were really playing like frat parties. And you were playing on 6th Street, and that's kind of what it looks like. Like that's where you that was like the Beatles in Hamburg getting their
I don't know about that
10,000 hours in, right? But that's where you kind of like figured it out, right? How to kind of do it.
Yeah, dude, we played so many shows. My band actually ended up moving to Nashville with me, but the last 4 years I've just been focused on writing great songs and kind of had to put the live show thing on hold for a bit. Out here I didn't have a full college community to support me, and like I worked on the weekends, and every Monday through Friday I just woke up and was thinking like, how can I make a great song? And now I feel like I have the music and I'm ready to get back on the road and start playing shows again.
Yeah, are you
get those chops up?
Is that kind of your favorite thing to do? Is get on the road and perform like that?
Yeah, dude. I mean, nothing better than a big crowd singing Damn Good Time back to you.
My God.
I know. We got to book another Austin show.
I would love to book another Austin show. Do you still have a lot of friends there?
Oh, everyone's moving back to Austin. It's
really
wild.
Think about all your friends, for example, that you convinced to move to Nashville, who probably owe you. So Justin, are you still living with Justin?
Yeah.
He's still your roommate. Justin's got a plaque right now.
Did you see that?
He got a plaque for producing the Priscilla Block song. That wouldn't have happened.
He produced it in a room smaller than this.
In a room
podcast.
smaller than this podcast. Wasn't that also like a demo? And then it became like a number one. It didn't go number one, I don't think, but it sold a crap ton of records. So he gets a plaque. That's all because you convinced him to move to Nashville. And then
I should get a plaque.
You should get a plaque. And then your other roommate, Brandon,
he's out on the road every weekend with
he's opening
Heath
up for Sam Hunt
Sanders and on the Justin Moore
or
tour
Justin Moore
and stuff. Yeah, he's killing it, dude.
All these people because Tyler convinced him to move to Nashville, and then you've got the big team behind you. The songs coming out, the label, the management, and the new record or the next 8 songs of this project are coming out in 2023.
And I feel like I'm already halfway done with album 2.
Are you serious?
I could put some more songs out. I'm excited. Should it be Electric West Volume 2? Or should I go do something new?
No, I think you need to lean into this Electric West.
Well, I'm excited, man. I mean, like I said, the songs on the EP that we just put out are all kind of older songs, and so I'm really, really excited for people to hear the next kind of evolution. That's going to be the rest of the record because I've just become such a better singer and a better musician, and kind of know who I am and what I have to say now. So.
Man, I can't wait to hear it. Someone's got to send me a list of demos.
I can do that.
Send me the freaking songs.
I got you.
I was early on the last record. Now I feel like I'm behind on this record. I don't know what's happening.
I was thinking on the way over here, I remember the first time I met you like it was yesterday. Do you remember?
I remember this clearly because Tyler was one of the first people I met in town. He was also one of the first people I knew that I felt really had traction in the industry.
Thanks.
Because you were getting on Spotify playlists. You were the first person I personally knew who was on New Boots.
Yeah, what happened?
What? No, you're crushing. You were on New Boots again with this last record. You're crushing it. But so I remember meeting you at a Warner
rooftop,
picking on the patio.
Was it Wild Feathers?
No.
Tucker
Oh,
Bethard.
yeah, I think it was the Wild Feathers.
Yeah.
And I met Justin first.
Yeah. You tapped on our backs and you just said, "Hey, I'm Zach. What's up?"
Is that what I did?
Yeah.
That's in character, but I don't remember that. Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm.
I just was like,
I
hey.
think you were with Jeanette or somebody.
Very possible.
Yeah.
And
here we are.
And was it both of you guys?
Yeah, I think Brandon was there. Dude, I miss those days so much where pre-pandemic, there's in the summertime, there's the Warner picking on the patio, the BMI rooftops. And
I was just there out one recently, and it was good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it.
Oh, my God, I got on the list.
Yeah.
Well, I think the funny thing is then I had so much more hustle to go out to every single thing. Now I'm like, man, I see the same people.
Do you think that's because we've been in town for a while and we're kind of over it? Or do you think that's because we kind of lost the habit of going to stuff because of COVID?
Well, here's what I'll say. When I first moved here, I remember there were people who were like 3, 4, 5 years ahead of me who weren't going out every single night.
Right.
And I remember looking at them being like, that'll never be me. Like, what are these people doing, wasting all their time at home when they could be out networking and seeing bands? And now I've like become that person. Like, I never go out. Like, I'm out like 2, 3 times a week. And
That's pretty good, dude.
I used to have so much FOMO when I wasn't at every single event, and now I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about anything. Like, I don't want to go. I tell people I'm out of town tonight. By the time this airs, I'll be in the clear. Someone invited me to an album release party tonight for zero reason. I just don't want to go. I should go. I told them I was out of town. I don't know why I did that. I'm here in Nashville, but I said I don't want to come. I just said I'm out of town. Can't make it.
Yeah, that's gonna come back and bite me in the ass when I'm playing a showcase and I'm like inviting all my friends out.
And I go,
like, you didn't come to this.
I'm out of town. I'm out of town. I don't go to anything. It's like, it's just too much. It's too much. If my friend's playing, I'll go support. If you did a showcase, I'd be there in half a second.
I know you
Are you doing anything in town? Are you doing any
We're waiting
showcases?
for the album.
Waiting for the album. Then there'll be like a big.
Every time I have a single come out or an EP, I just invite all my friends to the bar to celebrate.
That's right. The last time we were at, where did we go?
Yeah, you were there. Never.
At Never.
Yeah.
I still remember when you did the music video for what was the one?
Last Night.
About Last Night. You threw this epic house party with all your friends.
That would have done great on TikTok.
I would
video.
post that on TikTok. I would just throw that up there.
You think so?
100%. Who gives a fuck? I would just put it up there. It's vertical. It's shot vertical.
It was.
And it's hilarious.
I don't have the mustache anymore though.
You have
or I'd have the mustache now.
You'd be unrecognizable. Nobody would know who you are.
That's weird. I look like a baby.
No. I would just throw it up there. Say throwback to when I put this out.
Have you ever grown a mustache?
No. You think I should do that?
I'd like to see it.
I've done it. I've had a reverse Hitler. You know what the reverse Hitler is?
You don't shave it in the middle.
Yeah, you shave the middle, but you keep the sides. That's called the reverse Hitler.
Maybe for the Carrying Your Love With Me TikTok.
Yeah.
We could start it where I have the mustache and you have the glasses on, and then we go our separate ways.
Shave.
And you have the mustache and I have your glasses on.
Should we do that? That sounds like a big commitment.
I don't know if I'm willing to shave the mustache.
No, the mustache is really your thing. The TikTok's gonna be good. Okay, Tyler Dial. We gotta get serious for a second. He's in the studio. He's got a new album out that you need to go listen. You need to check out Tyler on Spotify. And by the way, I think some of the early stuff is really good too.
Thanks, dude.
The early stuff is great. The new record. There's a new record coming out. He's gonna add to this record, Electric West.
Yep.
8 more songs, and I think you have to check out the song Left to Center. It's my personal favorite on the record. What have we left out here? What have we not covered? There's so much going on.
Yeah, we've got everything, dude. How we met, all the stuff we've done together.
Well, what did we do? Because I remember we went to Steadfast Coffee the first time we hung out.
Yeah.
And then we played Catan. Tyler's a big
Huge
Settlers of Catan guy.
I call it Catan. I think it is Catan. But
is it Catan or is it Catan?
My roommates and I, it's Catan. We have a big scoreboard on the fridge.
Really?
And I think, like, Justin, is probably at, like, 60 wins. Maybe 70 at this point. I think I'm around 65, and Brandon's around 63. So it's a tight race.
Didn't I win that game? The first time I came over, everybody went easy on me, and I think I ended up winning.
Yeah, that's pretty typical. You go easy on someone so they don't hate the game, by the end of it.
So it's
complicated.
Is that the best?
Was that the last time you've played it? First and last time?
No, because then I played a couple other times with you guys, and you guys beat me like crazy. Yeah, it gets very competitive, the Catan.
It's fun. So if you're listening and you live in Nashville and you want to rip some Catan with us, I actually think the three of us are good enough to like compete professionally.
All right, is there a professional Catan game?
No idea.
Wait, I want to look that up.
I think there's like a tournament, world championship or something.
I want to look this up. Catan. United States 2022 Catan Studio World Champion Program. This is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, the people who are competing are not good looking.
I could be like...
You could be a
like,
model, a star-studded Catan player.
Yeah, there's
you
no
could be
stars
the
in Catan.
There's no stars in Catan. You could be a star who's got the personality, the looks, the edge, everything.
It's like Blades of Glory.
To take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Catan. Our United States tournament consists of local qualifying tournaments that take place year-round. The winners of each of the tournaments win a seat at the Catan United States National Championship, which is normally held in June. Isn't there a lot of luck in Catan? It's not like chess.
It's all skill.
It's all skill?
It's all
Are you
economics and trading and skill.
What's the skill? Because I feel like you're rolling dice and the board is different every time. Chess, you can memorize moves that are consistent.
It's kind of similar to poker. It's like the odds of this number getting rolled and the economics behind it, and it's really just trying to fuck over your friends. Is at the end of the day, you're just trying to screw them over.
It's really a good game.
It's great.
Do you always go for longest road?
Not all the time. I think the development card strategy is a little smarter.
Random, but you get big rewards.
I think people are probably tuning out of this podcast at this point.
With
so
the
if
Catan,
you're still with us,
or they're listening for the Catan strategy, which I think is very relevant.
Yes.
So Tyler, first of all, you read a lot, right?
I try.
What are you reading right now?
It's this is funny. I don't know the exact name of the book, but it's how to like cut through in the age of distraction with like social media and so I've just been trying to educate myself on what consumers want, and it's interesting. I think one of the things is like they want familiarity, but like with a surprise, which I think is pretty cool. They want to be, understood and find, meaning in their content and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to figure out how to, cut through.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like a good book.
That's the seems like kind of book that you would read, because I know that you love all those music business books.
I like that. Right now I'm reading The Late Night Wars about David Letterman and what's his name?
Leno?
And Leno.
Oh, that's good.
Great book. I'm always fascinated by this.
We should trade books.
We should trade books. And before that, I read the Rolling Stone book about Jan Winter.
Oh, that's
started
good.
Rolling Stone. Fascinating.
I think I read one of the Mick Jagger ones this year.
I
read the Robbie Robertson book.
Yeah, you love that book, actually.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Do you read with a pen?
No. I do, actually. You know why I do? Because I learned that Bill Gates always reads with a pencil. I read with a pencil. And in the spine of my book, I always take notes as I'm writing, and I'll make notes, and I'll reference pages that I want to go back to. And then I do. And then sometimes, like years later, I'll pick up the book
to go
and
back.
I'll go back, yeah.
Depending on the book, I might like type notes out.
I don't do that.
If I'm trying to remember. Like, what's your favorite book of all time?
My favorite book of all time, there's a handful that are really great. The book that I think had the biggest impact on me is Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. That is the networking book, and I think it changed my life. It front cover to cover teaches you how to network. For me, it is kind of like the sequel to How to Win Friends and Influence People.
That's one of the ones I would take notes on.
That everyone, like, that one is like, you read that one and
it's all stuff intuitively, but
it's great to read it.
It's great. Yeah.
I love in that book, there's a line where he says, treat everyone the way a dog treats its master, which is a dog is always excited to see the master, and it's always happy.
That's great.
And that makes you happy, right? You should always be excited to see people.
Yeah. Even someone's name is the sweetest word in the language.
Oh, that's a great one too, right?
Remember just saying someone's name.
Saying
to them
someone's
back.
name is the best thing, and smiling too. Like, I think there's a study that they talk about how like people who smiled in court were like X% more likely to get off from what they were being tried from.
That's interesting.
If they just smiled in the courtroom a little bit.
Well, you're not very good at that.
No. What give me a top book?
Shoe Dog.
Phil
Knight story.
I've never read that, but everyone always talks about that.
Good.
Is it really good?
I love books like. I've probably read the Keith Richards one twice.
Life. That's a great book. Have you made the bangers and mash recipe that's in the book?
No.
Because he puts his recipe for bangers and mash I've never made it either.
Maybe we should do that for your
that might
your
be
cooking
a good
pancake TikTok.
That might be a good video actually. But shoe nice or shoe
dog.
Shoe dog.
I don't know. It's really just his story as an entrepreneur and how he went from, flying out to Japan and it was just shortly after World War II and trying to work with them and creating Nike from the ground up. And what I learned is like a lot of it is grassroots selling. And I think that's something I, try and apply to my business is, not going for like the viral hit, but like going for like one customer at a time. And all the risks that he took financially to get it off the ground and how close he was to, the bank coming down on him and stuff. But I just love books about people who are in a similar situation to me, whether it be, Bruce Springsteen or, the Robbie Robertson book, and learning about how those guys made it in music. And I typically stop reading the autobiographies like halfway through once they make it, because I don't care about them in their 50s.
It's like, who cares? That's not the good part.
Yeah.
The life book is great. I've read that a couple
so
times.
Good. Yeah.
It's just fun. It's just a good.
I just love all the stories, dude.
The best, I think my favorite music book is Siren Song is great, about Seymour Stein of Sire Records.
Yeah.
And the story of him signing Madonna is incredible.
You like the record label ones.
I read all the label
industry ones.
I love Hitman. I love
the Geffen. Did you read?
Oh my God, it took me 6 months to read the Geffen book.
Is it thick?
But I loved
what?
it. It's 900 pages. It's
wild.
It's insane. I would read like 100 pages, and then I would read like another book, and then I would come back to it. It took me forever, but it's a great book. And actually, what I love about that book is everyone always talks about Geffen and how successful he was, and of course he was. But what you see over 900 pages was it took him forever.
Yeah.
Like he didn't become like it was really in his late 30s and 40s that he really started cooking. He was always kind of like the whiz kid, and everyone kind of had his eye on him, but it took him forever to build like DreamWorks and Geffen Records. Like it took him a long, long, long time. And over 900 pages, you see that. Like you see the evolution of it, which I think is inspiring.
I think you're going to be a record label owner.
I don't think so.
I think you're going to be like a
I have
Geffen.
zero interest in running a record label.
What do you want to do? In 20 years, 10 years.
I don't know. I just don't want to work. I just don't want to work for artists. That's my thing.
You don't?
No, it's hard to work for artists.
Yeah, it is. It's hard. It's
Look
hard
at
to
you're smirking
be an artist
over there.
That has someone.
You're smirking because it's miserable. I don't want to respond to artists. I love artists, but I don't want to work for them.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I thought I did when I first moved to Nashville. I thought I wanted to be a manager, but you know why? Because when we were growing up, it was like I feel like we're part of a generation of people who looked at Scooter Braun.
Yeah.
And he made it so young, and he had such a sex appeal to him that everybody wanted to be Scooter Braun. So I didn't know what management even was, but I thought I wanted to be Scooter Braun. And then I did artist management. I realized it was the worst thing ever.
After you booked that college or that Texas tour for us, I'm out.
I spent 6 months booking a college tour of 3 dates. I think I got paid $500. And, which was more money than we even had. So and funny. I was like, this was awful. It was miserable.
It was hard.
It was hard.
That was hard.
But it was fun. I mean, but I was like, I don't need to work for artists anymore.
Yeah. You're doing well, dude. You're crushing it. It's so cool to see, dude. 100 podcasts.
Dude, back at
kick-ass
you.
Newsletter.
The big thing with us is we're just not going away. We're like a pebble in your shoe that you can't get rid of. We're just hanging around.
I love it.
That's
great. I got one in my shoe right now, actually.
Really? See?
This whole podcast.
That's us. That's us. The pebble in the shoe.
Every time I have a pebble in my shoe, I'll be carrying you.
Think
your
of
love
me.
With me.
And wait, where are you gonna get the new tattoo?
I think I'll have the same girl that did the cowboy hat.
I don't know if I love the cowboy hat. I know it's on you forever. It's permanent.
Speaking of Keith Richards, when he dies, I'm getting Rolling Stones tongue.
Oh, I love on your tongue.
On my butt, maybe.
Oh, I love that.
Or on the arm. I don't know.
You think he's gonna die?
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my Stones fandom.
I fucking love the Stones.
Maybe we should go get tats together.
I'll never get a tat, but Tyler played my birthday party. Showed up and did
Dead
Flowers. Oh my God, it was so good.
That was so fun, dude. We
fun.
actually play that in the set now.
Do you?
You inspired me to do that one.
I love that song. You know, you got a hot song because I mean we're wrapping up here, but everybody wanted that song, and I said nope, Tyler's got it.
You already called it.
You already called it.
Well,
yeah.
dude, thank you so much for having me, man. Proud of you and everything you're doing. You're
Tyler.
killing it.
Back at you, baby. Thanks for coming on the podcast at the Chase Studio. We finally made it happen. Have we left anything out? Stream the record way back when. It's on Spotify right now. My favorite song is Where the Heart Is. Check it out.
I love it.
And Damn Denver. I've
Thanks,
been listening
buddy.
to the song for years. Check it out. Tyler Dial.
Love you, dude.
See you next time.
Thanks.
Peace.